Hey, what's up, my little TisaTellss, and what's up, Sussex Squad? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are waiting for a personality, Katie, ooh, Camilla got you good today. Y'all, the Daily Mail is trying to imply that Kate has taken or refuses to return jewels to the royal collection. Now, listen, this is diabolical. This is what you call a smear campaign. This is that old school Camilla Parker Bowles, right? When she was married to Andrew Parker Bowles. This is that realness, that thickness, that country shade. Y'all, let's get into this. This is going to be a good podcast, Sussex Squad. Listen, if you guys don't know, okay, Camilla has been waging a war to humiliate Kate's parents, okay? Let me just explain this. I'll be really quick, but you need to know this so you know how this all fits in, okay? Because this is the way the Daily Mail works, right? They drop little tidbits and they lead people to put together the things. At least that's what I think. So Carol Middleton, as you know, the Middletons have been exposed as broke joke frauds that literally begged, borrowed, and steal to put their social climb and daughter in front of William. Baby, all that beg, borrowing, and stealing actually paid off. The Daily Mail dropped an article where it was an epic takedown. Like, we're talking spear level, where they started off saying, many people often wonder where they got their wealth. We thought it was party supplies, but now, they owe 2.6 million in debt. Creditors aren't being paid. Even the people that make immigrants that work for them aren't getting paid. The people that made the wedding cake aren't getting paid. All right. They are broke jokes. Interesting enough, William has refused to bail them out. Now, my reason I think that is because they were quietly going to take that taxpayer money, because that's what the rich do. They use taxpayer funds. And when you think about it, William's like, ain't that what the taxpayers for? Isn't his whole life financed by taxpayer funds? Every time they have to do anything, the taxpayer picks up the thing, flying private, helicopter, badly coordinating clothes, rosemary oil to shine up your scalp, because you know it's not for hair growth, right? Anyway, I wonder if William every night prays to his ancestors that it comes back. Anyway, right? All that stuff happened. So we know that they're broke. We know they're jokes. We know that I don't think they're going to have to sell their home, but Carol should be humiliated to show her face, right? She should be humiliated to show her face. So The Guardian in April published an interesting article saying, it was about the missing jewelry not in the collection that came out in late April. The official title of this was Official Jewelry Gifts to the Royals worth 80 million are not in the national collection. Now, this Guardian article was a good article. It basically said, if you are an employee of the state and in your official duties, you get a gift, that's not your personal gift. That is a gift to the crown. So I think in 1995, they made it a rule that any gifts you get from anyone are not private gifts, especially when it comes to jewelry. They are property of the crown. However, in the crown collection, there's a bunch of jewelry that nobody can seem to locate, and they're not in the national collection. The national collection is to the UK people, right? So they were like, yo, where are these things? In case in point, there was a 40 million pound necklace that has been missing. Nobody can seem to locate it. There's also a few other things that are missing that nobody can seem to locate. The Daily Mail just published an article, right? Subtly pointing out that Kate was the last one seen wearing this missing jewelry. And you guys, you know, I was in the comment section, and even the Royalists are dragging Kate, talking about, did you get the 5-finger discount? Did you use that to pay off your mama's debt? What's going on? Pawn shop, here we come. And these were Royalists playing Kate. Y'all, how humiliating. How humiliating. You know what I actually think they're doing before I get into this and break this down? I think what they're actually doing is setting it up, right? That Kate family is going to bring the crown such shame that Kate's going to be forced to cut ties with her mom and keep her out of the way. right? There be Camilla isolated the threat that is Carol Middleton, because we all know that Carol Middleton is very, very, very friendly with the tabloids. Camilla knows she doesn't like that. So if you can find a way that Carol is such an embarrassment that Kate has to distance herself from her own mom, and make no mistake, Kate will. Kate's been working her whole life to sit on the crown. She'll distance herself from her mama, right? So get this. Best case scenario, you distance yourself from your mama. Carol Middleton is isolated. She's been neutralized. Kate is on her own. We all know with Kate, she don't do too well on her own. Carol really was the brains and the brawn behind that operation. But also, there's also a nefarious, okay, this is my theory, right? I haven't really seen it floating around, but I've been piecing things together, and I do think there's something to this theory. So William, if William is, because I think that Camilla plays the long haul, and the way Kate literally embarrassed her at her own coronation, wore something, the coronation was Camilla's wedding, told her to wore something she told her not to. She's been stepping on the parade. She's been doing all this stuff, right? Just hear me out. Camilla's a side chick. Kate thinks she's better than her because she's married to William, and she was never a side chick. Yeah, you were, baby. Everybody knew it was all over in the mail. You were the main chick. You were the Khloe Kardashian of that relationship, right? Only in this story, Kate got Tristan Thompson to marry her, right? Sorry, y'all, putting lotion on. Anyway, right? Think about this. If they keep putting in papers the issue of how embarrassing Kate is, all the stuff, the family's financial shady dealings, this and that. Now, I know Kate is never going to leave William, because at the end of the day, she fought to be on top of that mountain. But what if William wants to leave Kate? What if William wants to make Rose the Queen of England? What if William has somebody outside of Kate that he wants? A lot of people are like, oh, please, they'll stay married just like Queen Elizabeth and Philip did. Maybe, but it's a new day. And we all know William has temper tantrums, and he doesn't think too clear. You know, Queen Elizabeth had a duty of service, and so did Philip. I think Kate actually does have a duty of service to serve herself. I just don't think that William actually does. Isn't this the perfect laying the grounds for, if you did divorce Kate, to make the people not hate you, to be like, her family was too shady. It was embarrassing the crown. She was taking jewelry. She was pawning it. Again, you guys look at it as far-fetched, but we know that Camilla and Charles played the long game. We know that. And William will be dumb enough to do that, because at the end of the day, Kate is a fierce and loyal ally and advocate for William. But look what William did to Harry, his fiercest supporter and advocate. He literally turned on him. Why wouldn't he turn on Kate? Anyway, here we go, right? Let's get into this tweet, because this is funny. They said the Daily Fail is literally saying that Kate was the last person to be seen wearing some of the missing $80 million jewelry, without actually saying it. Instead, they pretend it's just an innocent list of Kate's top jewelry moments. Now, this, I think, is from The Guardian, right? Buckingham Palace is refusing to explain why approximately $80 million worth of gifted jewelry is not being held in a trove of national heritage. The 11 pieces have been worn by Queen Elizabeth, Camilla, and the Queen Consort, and Catherine, Princess of Wales. Among the missing pieces is a set of aquamarine jewelry, 4 brooches, and 6 necklaces, and a Cartier necklace, Nizam de Hyderabad. The necklace contains emerald and brilliant cut diamonds, which was given to Queen Elizabeth by Indian Prince Mir Osman Ali Khan, the last ruler of Hyderabad, as a wedding gift in 1947. Oh, there's more. The Royal Collection Trust confirmed the pieces are not in their custody. Official gifts are not the personal property of the member of the royal family who receives them, but may be held by a sovereign in right of the crown or designated in due course as part of the royal collection, a spokesperson said. Okay, now, then they go on. So when they go into the Daily Mail article, the Daily Mail article says the times that Kate Middleton has been trusted with the royal family's most iconic heirlooms. One of the pictures they put up is her wearing the missing $40 million necklace, even explaining the backstory, where it came from, and a few other pieces from the missing collection that they cannot find. Y'all, these comments are eating Kate up, right? What literally, right? Somebody tried to throw dirt in the eye, saying the Guardian and the Daily Mail are talking about two different jewelry collections, the Queen's personal collection inherited by the Queen, blah, 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 blah. The person said they literally referenced the same $40 million necklace. You know full well that even though the Daily Mail highlights a lot of those personal pieces, that doesn't mean it only highlights those personal pieces. You think you're being clever. Somebody said, I hope he has a good divorce lawyer on speed dial, right? So another person said, I really want to know how Camilla got them to turn on Kate and her family. Don't mess with the Queen of Mistresses, I guess. I can't even feel bad for her because of what they did and allowed to be done to Harry and Meghan. Listen, Mrs. D said her family business seems to have folded and left them in debt. Just saying. Again, do you see how diabolical this? Planting the seeds. Your family's business folded. You're in debt. You're broke. You have no other sources of income. And now there's jewelry missing. And you were the last person. Nobody knows where it is, but you were the last person to be seen wearing it. Unless it's Angela Kelly when Charles kicked her out. Anyway, they said, where were all the royal reporters and UK media shows who claimed to tell stories to keep the royal family accountable? Somebody said, so Camilla really has the knives out for Kate and the family. Camilla is full of all kinds of revenge. I can't even feel bad for her because of what she allowed to happen. Somebody said maybe she's going to sell a pair of earrings to sort out her mom and dad's debts. There's loads of pairs. There's loads of pairs of earrings who's going to miss that one? Another person was like, wow, I totally believe this. Another person said probably pawned to save the family's failing business. Y'all, listen. Where are we? Now, there's a few derangers in there saying that none of the jewelry listed in the Guardian article were part of the royal collection. They have no rights over them. Again, the public is wondering why all that mess is not in the royal collection, right? They said they often turn up on their list of personal items despite the fact they are in theory property of the people, biggest crime family in UK. So another person said, wonder how she's helping her scummy parents to pay off their debts. Another person said her family is broke and 80 million pounds goes missing. What's my guess? Who done it novel? CCWORK. Anyway, right? Another person said, it's your turn to suffer from white racism. I guess they call that classism. Anyway, right? Another person said, careful, something doesn't end up in the pawn shop. You guys, these aren't like Sussex Squad people. These are people that regularly just follow royal family stuff. Another person said, this is Sussex Squad. Harry the scapegoat is gone. Who's next? Who's in direct competition? For us, bake me a lemon drizzle cake. I'm here for the long wicked games. But then again, I hope she keeps everything safe. She'll need every pity when the time comes. Time is near, very near, serious business. They also said there's no other royal female than Kate who's worn more jewelry from the Queen's vault than the Queen herself. She wears more jewelry in one go than is decent. A tiara, a choker, a ring, a bracelet, all together is tacky. Listen, another person said Kate is toast. This campaign of Camilla's will take about 12 months. Approximately. Another person said, I'm really starting to believe we're seeing groundwork for the next royal divorce. Another person said, maybe we should check the family's finances, y'all. It goes on and on. Listen, Camilla is not playing with Kate. Kate was an idiot to play with her. Kate was an idiot to think that she was going to get in way with it. William's an idiot too. They have too many not even skeletons. They have too many zombies walking around their life to think they were going to get away from it. And I, for one, am for the infire. Camilla, rip her apart, because when you're done with Kate, we're going to rip you apart. Y'all, listen, let me know what you think in the comments. Again, whether or not Kate actually has that necklace and took it to the neighborhood pawn shop is not at the moment. The thing we all need to focus on is Camilla is not done with her. She just finished with her mama, and now she's going to start public speculation that Kate is stealing from the crown to pay for her parents' debt. Like she was common street chass, putting silverware in her pocket when she was invited over to her rich boyfriend's house. Y'all, I know Kate has to be humiliated. Woo. We're going to keep a close eye to see how William hits back. They're going to need more than jazz hands and offering to pay for $1,000 worth of food missing for a food bank. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.